Hello everybody. It's that time of year again. Walpurgisnacht, baby. Well, I'm not really gonna drag this out for very long. We're just gonna go gambling immediately. I need MBOs. That's all I want. I don't care about anything else. I do not care about anything other than getting you. Creature. Would even like at uptie 3 anyway, because I'm not uptie 4ing you for sure. Man, do these change? I hope these don't change, because that would be hellish. If these changed between upties. Okay, I don't think they do. That would be a little silly if they did. Probably not. Alright. Well, this is what we're all here for, right? The gambling. The probabilities. Getting duplicates of Walpurgisnacht identities I already have. Or announcers, which I don't care about. Yeah. That's what we're all here for. Okay, gambling time. Well, we're off to a good start. I mean, that's something else. That's at least an ego, I guess. All right, how do we want to be suspenseful about this? I kind of want to know what this is, because if it's ego, it's new, so that's nice at least. We're just gonna go like this. Well, I'm just that guy. You know, I thought this would take longer. I really thought that would take a little bit longer. But, you know. It is what it is. And also, this, I suppose. I don't care, though. Well, okay. Well, stream's over. I got what I wanted. I don't need to do anything else now. But I mean, I'm gonna keep pulling. You know how it is. We keep gambling in this house. Never stop. I'm using everything I have because I'm not using it for anything else anyway. So it's fine. But I was not expecting to get that on the first pull. That's kind of stupid. Lock 2 ego? 2 ego in 1 pull. That's ridiculous. Like, actually ridiculous. I haven't used my lunacy in so long, as you can see. But now I'm gonna get nothing. I'm not gonna get anything else, I know it. That was it. All my luck was burned on getting the 1 pull Otis. That's crazy. But we keep going. Actually, what's your line? I mean, yeah. A magic bullet that will never miss. Wonderful. I have my, I'm building a gun team. Because I mean, I assume I'm gonna get the other 2 as well. It seems unlikely that I wouldn't. But I don't want normal yellow. I want green. Give me green. Well, at least I got Otis shards. Okay, there we go. That took a little bit too long. Give me the green. This better be something good. I do not give a shit. I do not give a singular shit. Are you kidding me? Come on. Announcers. I despise them. Okay, green again. Come on now. Oh my god. Another ego? Are you being for real right now? Well, I wanted that one as well. Don't mind if I do. But okay. That's one. That's one.
좋아. 저격 준비 끝.
That's a singular cliff. Very nice. Okay. We keep going. I'm almost out of lunacy. But it's fine. Yeah. Classic lines. There's nothing new here. Okay. Well, yellow again. I'm getting luck, but not... Ego again. Another ego. I'm getting every single ego right now. What is happening? What is this? How is this even possible? Excuse me? Hello, Ishmael. I mean, I'm not complaining about this. Gregor, my boy. This is some stupid luck. But not what I want. Green. Nutsack. Nutsack. You piece of shit. Oh, hello? Oh, okay. Sure. Sure, why not? Who even cares at this point? I'm just getting everything in the game. I'm just getting everything in the entire game. Wonderful. Honglu. You know, Heathcliff was the only one I really cared about, other than Magic. But... So, you know, if I get Honglu or not is a bit whatever. Well, that's a possible... Well, no, that's a 2-star, because it isn't green. It's whatever. I'm just glad I have a video recording of all this, because these are some very lucky pulls. Okay. No Honglu. That's fine. That's fine. But it's whatever. Because I have everything I have everything I want anyway. Okay, let's build the funny team. Let's build the funny shoot team. All guns, baby. Yeah, I don't care about that. Nor that. That doesn't matter to me. No Honglu, unfortunately, but someone will probably have him on, like, support. I assume. At this point, it always happens very quickly. Okay. Well, I'm gonna read the Uptai story. Because that's fun. He's so cool. He's so fucking hot, too. Like, stupidly hot. That one's got away with words, I'll give him that. Sweet-talking miserable blokes while wearing those bizarre gears in their heads. How could anyone be convinced to willingly turn themselves into some meat gear monster? Meat gears, thought gears, load of wankers with gear shoved into their heads. All just to become smarter or something, is it? What a load of shite. I mean, I just can't believe how anyone could think that their lot in life is to be a piece of gear in someone else's noggin. Yeah, I don't suppose it's any of my business. Let's get back to work. What was it Hong Lu said? That it's a rare, lucrative opportunity. Yeah, this'll be good for us. This rifle. I thought Bossman was a madman when he decided to purchase these firearms. I didn't even have a steady income then. We were scouted up to the team like stray animals, getting taken in by some charity office after getting exploited to hell by other no-name officers left and right. Not that I don't deserve to be here. I was always confident in my abilities. But still, that suggestion that we should use these expensive guns all of a sudden was so out of the blue that I couldn't help but think it was some shady shite. I thought, oh, this must be one of them scams where they buy me this expensive broken gun and ask me to pay for its repairs and whatnot, when I was just getting ready to smash the office to bits trying to get a single straight word out of the boss man. He shoved me an entire box the size of my head, filled to the brim with ammunition. This is because Hong Lu is rich. See, this is the only reason that that Full Stop Office gets to be cool. It's because Hong Lu has money. Didn't think the truth would be so simple, that the boss man's just a loaded man. Well, I suppose he did threaten us with no pay if we ever pointlessly wasted our bullets. Month of no pay for every shot missed, was it? And I thought, thinking logically here, that it'd be smarter to get me a sniper rifle so there's less chance of me wasting bullets. So that's how this gun became our partner through thick and thin. Still quite fond of flipping out, smashing everything to bits with no concern for what comes next, but I think this fits me just as well, maybe. I guess there's a satisfying side to this, especially when I'm about to blast salts like M I'd rather not talk to. Ready, Heathcliff? Ready. Once the worshippers are in sight, make sure your gun is loaded and wait for my signal. Looks like I'll be hurting our wallets a tad more than usual today. Is that right with you? Oh, breaking out the Atelier Logic High Velocity Pulverization round, are we? Yeah, those gears in their heads. Regular rounds will just bounce right off them. Better to grind them down and pulverize them. That's true. I'll be deducting your pay if you ever use more than a single round against the same enemy, though. Shut it, mate. You'd be grumbling all the same even if I were using the cheapest ammunition on the market. You know how expensive these bullets are. Atelier Logic ammunition is pretty expensive, even for me. Even for me? Hongler. Understood. Push the tactical sight forward, the chamber reveals itself below. I'll remove the topmost bullet from there and carefully replace it with a silver-plated, beautifully engraved bullet. Special round loaded, ready to fire. Beep, beep. I hear two bleeps of the comms opening and closing, instead of a worded reply. That's the code for roger that. He must be in their earshot. That's very close. Then, I should get ready. Beep. The magnetic rail makes a funny noise as it begins to charge. Going for the bullseye. That's the reference. Gunpowder detonates, adding even more power to the bullet blasting forth from the barrel. I feel the recoil jam my shoulder backwards. A sniper rifle that uses two different propellants in tandem. Now that's something you don't see every day, even in most workshops. Of course, S-Class workshops can probably produce all kinds of fantastical items that'll easily trump something like this, but I'm sure I can count the number of S-Class workshops with my one hand. Doubt there's more than 3 tops. And this stuff's gotta be exceedingly expensive too, even for the boss men. So excluding all those outliers, this gun's gotta be the best. What the hell? Heathcliff, you missed? No, what in the... They've got to have some kind of foresight or something, dodging my bullets like that. Well, I guess there are surprises around every corner in the city. It's beyond me how this bloke can remain so bloody calm and flippant even in situations like these. Ah, fuck this. Fuck this, mate. Relocating. This nest compromised. Gotcha. Looks like we'll have to do the thing. I'll leave it to you, Hung Lu. Okay, I've got this. Wasman covers me whenever I'm on the move. And whenever they got him cornered, I identify the weak links and blast them with my sniper rifle. We've done this together more than a dozen times. There's no mucking up our teamwork. Well, unless the enemy is clearly out of our league. But I can see that carefree grin of his all the way from here. Looks like we're going to be okay. But by the way, I'm deducting your pay for this month because you failed to kill them with a single shot, just like I promised. Say stupid shot like that when they've got an advantage over us. He really is a piece of work. Very cool. No Argalia mentioned, though, which is suspicious. At least I have enough stuff already. I assume this is worth it. Yeah, probably. Yeah. I believe it. Level 50. There we go. Very good. Okay, I hope someone will have the Hung Lu on support, because I do kind of want to try him out, at least. Now for the magic bullet. It shouldn't take long. I think I should probably have enough to apply for it, just for fun. If it's even worth it. You know what? Why not, right? If I have the stuff, then I might as well use it. Still can't believe I got it on the first fucking pull. Like, that's... I centered the entire stream around this. It doesn't work. The joke doesn't work anymore. Okay. Well, we're going with the bullet team. Book of the Church of Gears. I love that they do this. I mean, it's fan service, but it works on me.
이번 의뢰는 몇 발이나 들고 가야
It's just effective. Okay, does anyone have him? Yeah. I mean, I thought so. Yeah. Looks good to me.
지위를 받는 건
이번
관리인가 아니면 관리인가
Bullet team.
아니면 애도인가. 죽음 충동 억제 관념 봉인.
Gun. Okay. Story time. Bear with my terrible voice acting. I mean, I know you already had to, but bear with my terrible voice acting.
This seems like a good place to end it, Dante.
Alright. I do consultations with the sinners when there's a need to do so, but I also invite them for regular consultations as well, regardless of the necessity. Our conversations were usually pretty inane and somewhat perfunctory, to the point where I feel like I'm just going down a list of things to say, asking obvious questions like, how are you doing? Are you dealing with any difficult emotions, or other queries of similar nature? Which means that most of our consultations end up being idle chatter, but... well, so we're good here, right?
Faust believes so, yes. Your continual growth has been observed throughout the repeated consultations, and no changes for the worse or problems with your tenure as the manager have been found.
That's good. Faust was always the last sitter on my consultation list, and whenever I finished counseling her, she would have me participate in her consultation in turn. These are rather valuable opportunities for me, given that they're pretty much the only times I ever get to voice my concerns without hesitation. Not to mention that they are also chances to try to brainstorm how we'd go about resolving them.
It is. Do you have any further questions?
As I was listening to Faust sitting across from her and cleaning up the documents laid out on my desk, my calendar came into view. Oh, yeah, it's happening pretty soon, isn't it?
By it, you're referring to...
The Walpurgisnacht. I feel like it's about time it happened again. He's starting to predict it too. Dante's on that Limbus brain. They understand. It's been happening pretty frequently as of late, to the point where they're occurring at once every few days. I don't know how rare this event really is, but I'm starting to develop some sort of intuition as to how often it comes. Every few days? What are you talking about?
It seems that you have found yourself a pattern of sorts, Dante. However, the basis by which the Walpurgisnacht occurs is pure chance. There are no rules that dictate their frequency.
Well, you know. Maybe you should get in contact with the real world, Faust, and take a look at that 4-month calendar. Huh, really? But I just have this feeling, an intuition that it's about to happen, you know?
Faust has come to understand that your feelings, Dante, may sometimes yield exceptional results that elude any sort of logical or sensible explanations. However, to find patterns in which there are none is...
Ha 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 ha. Very funny joke. Faust had just begun her explanation with a barely noticeable grin when she was prematurely cut off by the all-too-familiar alarm and the accompanying light show of green flashes. You were saying, Faust?
It is always a pleasant surprise to encounter such uncertainties.
You don't look pleased at all, though. Let us head to the driver's seat. And with that, she hurriedly stormed out of my room. Sometime later. Oh, this is one weird place, huh? Are we in some kind of prison?
The air smells dank. I think we might be underground.
I was wondering if we'd get to visit the L Corp headquarters again. I'm pretty sure that's where we'll be going on our next Walpurgisnacht. How do you know that? Doesn't it seem like they're taking turns to appear? The patterns are telling me that this time we're inside a book of the library. I think. Any thoughts, Faust?
As I have stated earlier, the basis by which the Walpurgisnachts occur is pure...
Hell you're blathering about. Quit going off on tangents and answer the question straight, yeah? Always, for the sake of efficiency, immediately and succinctly explicate your... Okay, whatever, Otis. Explicate your point when replying to your superior's questions. Understood.
Indeed, this event seems to take place at a period of time when the library existed. However, it does not seem to be the case that we will be facing abnormalities here, as we had done so in the past.
Huh? But then what? Wait. Ashir. Voices. They're close. With everyone hushed, I could hear voices muttering from a distant hallway.
It seems that this place is a place of congregation for an emergent religious group once known as the Church of Gears.
The Church of Gears? Whoa! So, do they worship literal gears, or is it more symbolic, like they're worshipping the sacred values of labor or something?
Excuse me.
Faust gazed into the distance, blinked a few times, and continued as though she realized something. I'm connecting to the Faust Wi-Fi.
Not exactly. They consider themselves to be, as denizens of the city, nothing more than gears. Their belief is that their misfortunes stem from the fact that their current lot in life has placed them where they do not belong. Such was Faust's input.
Is she getting all this from the Gesellschaft she mentioned before? They don't seem too off the mark then. Plenty of people in the city have jobs they're not fit for.
Perhaps so. However, do understand that the laity of this religion, dubbed meat gears, installed their objects of worship known as thought gears, gears made from humans, into their own brains and... Okay, point taken, you can stop now. Ugh, yeah, what was I even thinking? Of course they're just another bunch of crazies. Rhodia brought her hand to her mouth as though she was about to vomit, then shook her hand dismissively. Her head. Dismissively, even. Anyways, so what are we supposed to be doing here? Do we kill him? It is uncertain where the end of this scenario lies. However, as your proposed course of action has often led us to solutions, it likely will not be much different this time. Please, a moment. What is this scenario that you have mentioned in passing? Yeah, I caught that too. It is only a hypothesis of sorts. At the moment, however, please recall the past manifestations of a phenomena in which, once the goal determined by the scenario was deemed complete, were immediately returned to the bus's corridors. Yeah, sometimes, maybe, possibly. We usually do that. It usually works, so do it this time as well, and it will work again, probably. I love Walpurgisnacht. And given that the beginning and the resolution are always identical, as though the scenario is resetting from cycle to cycle, it can be surmised that we are repeating the same scenario. There are other rooms... Oh no, she has small text now, which means she's yapping. There are other rooms in the back door with similar attributes. Given that they also consist of rooms that repeat certain scenarios until a certain objective is completed, it can be said that the prospect of this hypothesis turning out to be correct is not entirely out of the realm of possibility when it comes to technological limitations. The yapper! In recollecting, as you say, I find that there were instances in which we were invariably made to reach the same conclusion, regardless of the specifics of our methodologies in battle. Ah, verily! Hast thou not said before, young Faust, that our actions, taken within the bounds of the realities manifested by the powers of Walpurgisnacht, were indeed events of the past, yet manipulated and not the history of the world wherein we do exist? Correct. That is another evidence for the hypothesis that these are but scenarios. So, even if we were to kill those worshippers, they're not actually dying, right? Still carrying that soft heart, are you? But it just doesn't seem right. Attacking someone who can speak just like we do without really getting to know what's going on seems, you know... The intent behind your question is understood. Yes, you are correct. We are morally dubious and we kill people every day. Also, wait... I feel like they've gone on this tangent a few times where they're like, oh no, we're killing innocent people. Aren't they killing innocent people for Enkefelin like every single day? To fuel the bus? Have we just forgotten that this plot point that was like at the start of the game? We just kill people. To fuel the bus. Like, this is a thing, right? But I feel like lately they've been like, oh no, we can't kill innocent people. They've been killing innocent people since the start of the game. You. Testing, testing. Do you copy? It's self-defense, but like... A few of these people know that the backstreet dwellers don't really have a choice in the matter. An unfamiliar voice suddenly whispered into our ears. Who is this?
The heck? Since when did we have these things in our ears?
That's when I realized that the sinners were all equipped with something resembling transmitters in their ears. What the shit are you guys? It's me, Stefan! Wake up! We gave you a subcontract because you were supposedly much better at blitzes like these. We even made quite the fuss when we were handing it over to you, remember? Come on, let's just do our jobs and go home, okay? Or is this another tantrum about how we're taking 60% of the reward?
I see. This appears to be our role in this scenario.
We all know that the Church of Gears is one nutjob factory, but don't let the Iconist get in the way of the mission. Got that? We got this straight from Director Jujin at the Shi Association Section 2. You have to capture their leader alive. If you screw this job up, we can all say goodbye to the payday we've all been looking forward to. So I'm leaving it to you, okay? Hey, what does this leader look like? Holy shit, are you insane? You didn't even read the documents we sent you before going in there? Okay, I guess they did infiltrate the base without even reading the intel. Maybe the veterans really are just that good. I won't deny the title of a veteran. I've been in the war. Have I told you about the smoke war and how I killed 1 million people in one strategic move? Oh well, you'll know the moment you lay your eyes on the leader. Veiled face, huge gears in the head and all that. That appears to be an appropriate amount of intelligence to identify this target. Great, then let's do this. Okay, so are we running into Argalia or not? Otis and Gregor try not to talk about the war challenge. True. Okay, here they are. Concentration sniper. Hell yeah, 3 pierce power up. Gotta love it. What is this? Interesting. Oh my god. Threatening gear worshipper. Oh my god, Smoke! Smoke is back! Smoke is back! Puffy Broom! Oh my god, it's Puffy Broom! Yes. We're back in business now. Okay, how does this actually work? Max 9 plus potency. Final power, come on. They should have given coin power. Okay, it's literally just smoke. It's just smoke from Ruina. It's not even that different. It's basically the same thing. Vapor. Very interesting. Okay, is this... yeah, it's unfocused. Alright, let's see some of these moves. Should probably start with that. Full stop to life. Well, that sure was a full stop to life. Nice.
공로 지원한다.
Oh right, that's the follow-up. That's pretty strong that he just gets to do that. Okay, but he runs out of bullets very quickly. That's kind of fun though. Yeah, that's kind of fun. I'm a fan. Wow, yeah, that is. He sure is a Walpurgis identity. He rolls like a million.
깔끔한 헤드샷. 공로 지원한다.
Don't use S1. Yeah. It is kind of weird that it rolls so high. But I guess it makes sense since, you know, it's gonna disappear pretty quickly. Yeah, that's gonna make him disappear very quickly if you use S1, so I guess that makes sense. That's a big boy. Aggressive gear fanatic. Wow. Internal combustion engine. Defensive skill, base power up. Basically the same. Oh, smoke works on count in this game. That's weird. Why didn't they just make it... Oh, I guess because it would never... Yeah, when we start getting this on our identities, we would just never lose smoke if it was 10 count. I mean, yeah, they were all the same body type in Ruina, but it's more fun to have, like, the Hulk on the team.
한 점만
Oh.
노린다.
That is kind of sick.
깔끔한 헤드샷. 머리
That's a lot of damage.
공로 지원한다.
그 삶의 마침표를.
Oh yeah, is the volume okay now that there are more people here? I can never figure out if I'm too loud or too quiet compared to the game. Volume seems fine. Okay. Then I'm not going to worry about it. Alright, let's have a look at Magic Bullet, huh? I completely forgot that's, you know, that's what I was doing. They look very cool.
이러면 쏠 수 있죠?
공로 지원한다.
They have very cool... Okay, Heathcliff is done. He's out of shit.
잠든 그대를 기릴 테니.
Magic Bullet.
역시 니놈 말대로 어떤 사람이라도 맞출 수 있는 마법의 탄환이다.
Wow.
먼저 빠진다.
Wow, that is a very quick way to get more Magic Bullet, yeah. Okay, this is the final turn.
타겟 포착.
Yeah, I obviously need more characters. I was just going with the funny gun team.
격발 안심. 고통은 없어.
Wow. Victory.
Pretty unsettling, but they didn't give us too much trouble, huh?
Yeah, my weapon kept slipping out of my hand because I had to stop myself from throwing up. Brains and all that blood and chunks of flesh whenever the gears... Ugh, it turned and crushed the...
It is ill-advised to mouth what imparts you nothing but displeasure, Sinclair.
Past the sinners, who all appeared rather exhausted from certain non-fatigue related issues, I saw a shuddering figure. That one must be the leader of this church. Otis, remember, this is a capture mission? Of course, Executive Manager. I know an exceptional technique by which I can 100% ensure the survival of the subject, possible defensive wounds notwithstanding. Please, leave us alone. Stay away. Just as Otis had begun approaching the leader, her face contorting into a terrifying expression. Oh, wait. No. Are we actually gonna meet Argalia? Oh, wow. 13 of you, hmm? Why, those friends must have spent quite a fortune hiring you all. Oh my god, it actually is Argalia. It actually... and we get a CG and everything. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. There was a flash of light, and in that blink of an eye, someone had kicked Otis to the side and embraced the leader in their arms. Could you be the person my father always talked about? I guess. Fine, I cannot well see whom this figure is, yet such power has to be. Sorry, friends. I do appreciate your welcome, but I'm going to have to leave with this friend over here instead. Make way for us, will you? Absolutely not. Otis aggressively strides towards the shadowy intruder. The details were fuzzy and shadowed. Yeah, but I was pretty sure that this figure was holding a massive scythe. What a grand welcome. Wow, I'm about to shed a tear. Well, then. The intruder began to raise his scythe, his voice untainted by even a tinge of battle anxiety. And we found ourselves back at the corridors.
It seems that this is where this scenario ends.
Damn it. What indignity!
Nay, young Otis, 'tis not to be humiliated of. While I am not entirely confident of this speculation, for I was availed not else save for the silhouette, that strength, that composure.
Forsooth, the silhouette of this foe I had bore witness to this magnificence in the past in the magazines. A color? Thou hast almost engaged in a duel with a color fixer.
Recovering your memories clearly hasn't diminished your love of fixers one bit, huh?
Silence! 'Tis irrelevant. Anyhow, young Faust, thou hast said as such in the past, that a repeated visit would be our benefit as long as this night is in effect, forsooth? Forsooth?
Indeed.
Well, should I be granted the chance to behold the countenance of this figure, it should be of no trouble for I to determine which of the illustrious color fixers this what is with greater certainty. May I, perchance, be granted the opportunity to approach this figure in young Otis's stead?
There is no reason to deny that request, though I am of the belief that the identity of this individual will not be revealed regardless of the choices we make in this scenario.
Woohoo!
Don Quixote is just as passionate as ever, huh? But Faust's expression maintains its stony coldness, highlighting the contrast. It seems like she was deep in contemplation. So I sought to ask, is something on your mind, Faust?
If the scenario hypothesis is correct, perhaps the conclusion we have just seen may be a hint of sorts.
A hint?
Perhaps the overt contrivance of this conclusion implies a tacit threat or a warning posed against us that the tale may be forced to continue, regardless of our own actions. Excuse me. Yeah. John just has the fixer hyperfixation, so it makes sense. That hasn't changed. There may be an incident in the future in which LCB's journey comes to an untimely halt due to our failure to find the conclusion in a Walpurgisnacht event. It appears the access to that information is still locked. I'm having some trouble following your train of thought.
It is alright.
Many people have trouble following Faust's train of thought. Ho 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 ho. When the time comes, Dante, it may be the case that your intuition will bring proof to these hypotheses, as it has today.
Yeah. However, it seems that verifying Don Quixote's hypothesis takes precedence for the moment.
Manager Esquire, pray thee move with haste now. Haste, I say.
Ugh, can't we have a second before we herp? Watching Don Quixote's enthusiasm, I decided to table the more complicated thoughts for later, like I always do. Faust is right, it might do as well for me to have some more faith in my own intuitions for now. I'm so happy to have Smoke back, because that means we are getting Smoke at some point. Because the fact that it's
그 정도
balanced...
화력으로 우리 사무소를 막을 수 있을 줄 알았냐?
the fact that it's balanced around actually... I'm forgetting how to speak. The fact that it's balanced around possibly us being able to use it means we are going to get it. We are getting Smoke probably pretty soon. We might get Meat Gear like identities. No, we won't. We won't get Meat Gear identities, but we will probably get something related to Smoke eventually. Smiling Faces IDs, yeah. Or something else with Smoke. I wouldn't mind seeing something else different. I wish there was a just get all. Okay. Defeat 4 gear worshippers with a single attack skill. Well, that's supposed to be Magic Bullet Otis, obviously. Alright, let me just do this properly real quick. No, let's do the hard one first. Okay, we'll do this properly. Leaflet Workshop. I would like Leaflet Workshop. That's a good one. That's a good example of something I would like to see. I'm not gonna use Eco anyway, it's fine. Lucky or unlucky if you got 2 Rhodian IDs. Were they Rhodian IDs you didn't have before? Yeah, I also see Eileen getting an ID probably at some point. I mean, at some point we're just gonna have every single character in Project Moon history. I mean, if this is really going on for 10 years.
건 오랜만이네요.
Okay, then it's pretty unlucky.
관리인가?
준비되었습니다.
I got like a million
준비된
ego
준비되었습니다.
while pulling earlier in the stream. Unfortunately, not many people were there to see it, but it was very funny.
이번 의뢰는 몇 발이나 들고 가야 하냐?
Who else? Who else?
자,
Oh wait,
해골
that's
바가지는
back up
범위
already.
대가리.
Okay, well then it doesn't matter.
후드려 패러 간다.
I want to do some
들어왔네.
silly stuff with this.
플루, 가볼까?
All the reverb ensemble characters. Yeah.
어머, 부탁드려요.
We're probably gonna get all the reverb ensembles eventually.
교단 놈들이 곧 몰려들 거야.
Alright,
정신머리
kill
똑바로
them.
차리고 무기부터 확인해.
So don't just use the single coin ones. We want magic bullet hits as quickly as possible. I like the music. The music is good.
깔끔한 헤드샷.
이러면
시야 확보. 쏜다.
This has some good music.
그 삶의 마침표를.
With Mio, it's kind of interesting. And then, because all the clones got killed in the library, and I assume they wouldn't revive the clones. I feel like that wouldn't happen. I don't think that would happen. No, you didn't get... Yeah, you need magic bullets.
사격 개시.
그 삶의 마침표를.
Yeah, these meat gears are pretty not difficult. It makes me wonder why they even have smoke.
깔끔한 헤드샷.
히스클리프
머리
지금
폭로 지원한다.
I assume they might be more
사선이
dangerous in
비었어요.
the Nerve
폭로
Dungeon,
지원한다.
maybe? No. It's not like the meat gears are very dangerous either. You are not getting to do stuff. Yeah, why not get a little bit of res going?
완벽한 한 발을 위해. 역시 니놈 말대로
We
어떤
need
사람이라도
magic
맞출
bullet.
수 있는 마법의 탄환. 일발 장전.
다음 목표.
어머해줘.
여긴 맡겨주세요.
That's a lot of poise. Wow, they have good poise gain. That's a little scary.
타겟 포착 1시 방향.
I wonder how the
한점만
artwork building
노린다.
looks. Yeah, it feels like what they've always been implied. It looks like it's like just a fortress, like the entire,
다음 목표로.
like the entire nest. But that seems a little weird. if the entire nest is just a fortress.
총알 안
But
떨어지게
that
잘
feels like
관리하라고.
it is what they have implied before. So I'm not sure. Okay, they obviously want you to use magic bullet here to kill things.
탈출 개체 확인.
I can understand.
제압 완료.
The time duct is connected to these guys.
탈출 개체가
If you look at the event of the time duct, and also the voice lines from Klaus, it doesn't really seem to have anything to do with the Meat Gear or the Church of Gears' philosophies necessarily. Like, it doesn't feel like it thematically lines up. But I can see your reasoning.
타겟 포착 1시 방향. 편히 쉬시게. 잠든 그대를 기릴 테니.
흔들리는 일 따위 없이 가로막는 모든 것을 침묵시키고
That's a lot of damage.
따라 나아가라.
그대 품에 잠든 그대를 기릴 테니.
좋아. 잘하구만.
Whole lot of ammo. Idiot.
격발. 멈춘다. 고통은 없어.
먼저 빠진다.
See, now we're cooking, right? Because maybe we can get Heathcliff to return. You're very likely to corrode. You know what? Let her cook.
나아가주게.
Let her cook. Oh wow, he really does just roll a 30, huh?
마침표를.
He really does just get to roll 30. That's a little silly.
그 삶의 마침표를.
I agree.
역시 니놈 말대로.
It really is as you say.
맞출 수 있는
This is a
마법의
magic bullet
틈은
that will never miss.
그 삶의 마침표를.
He just kills.
개체가 약화되는 것 같습니다.
Yeah, these fights are really geared towards having just AoEs all the time. I didn't level up Fell Bullet. It's fine. It's funny.
완벽한 한 발을 위해.
위장을 묵직히 얹히는 정신을 느끼리라.
Oh yeah, kill Otis, please.
총탄이 저들을 관통하리라.
That was kind of funny.
부탁하자. 다음 목표로. 다음 목표로.
Ooh, that's a lot. Magic bullet. Yeah. Yeah,
탈출
pretty much.
개체 확인.
Their shard, wing beat, or finish my burn team. I just use level.
마침표를.
I mean, this is going to be your last chance to shard wing beat in a while. If you want it, I would say you should get it. Otherwise, you'll have to wait until like April.
마침표를.
I don't think finishing the burn team is necessarily a priority, given it's a burn team.
부탁하자. 다음 목표로 편히 쉬시게. 잠든 그대를 기릴 테니.
Wingbeat is funny.
이 스며들 듯한 비. 우산이 새진 않나 모르겠어.
Yeah, burn sucks ass. And all good burn support is locked behind Walpurgis, so you know.
흔들리는 일 따위
Which is
없이
also kind of cringe.
가로막는 모든 것을 침묵시키고 지평선을 따라 나아가라.
Seven magic bullet. I want to see the death animation because I think that'll be funny. Okay, you're not retreating yet. I want to see the death. I need to see the death. Go for it.
완벽한 한 발을 위해 바란 곳이
Yeah, it really sucks.
단원이 향할 곳은
Yeah.
정해져 있지.
It's very explicitly to make Otis better, or Magic Bullet Otis better. And, I mean, it's not subtle. It's not exactly subtle.
다음 목표로.
대체가 약화되는 것 같습니다.
계약은 이것으로 끝이 아닐 테지.
Goodbye, Otis. Otis is dead.
의뢰비랑 보호수당에서 사용한 탄환값을 빼면 아, 오늘은 제사비로 손해를 메울 필요가 없네요.
It is a certain thing that, like, the burn is just really bad. Like, it's kind of sad how bad it is. I mean, yeah, it is. The passive is very silly. But it's locked behind an ego. I got lucky that I got the ego in the first pull. Which is hilarious because I built this entire stream around me wanting to get Magic Bullet Otis. And then I just get Magic Bullet Otis. Just like that. But we're gonna pull again because, you know, Walpurgisnacht. Yay, nothing. Amazing. I love gambling. I had so much lunacy, but I don't really care if I don't get the other Honglu. It's whatever. I got Heathcliff. Heathcliff is the hot one. So it's fine. And MB Otis, obviously. Okay, well, I'm not gonna bore you guys with me doing the missions, because that's not gonna be interesting. So I pretty much got everything I wanted. I guess I could get Sanguine Desire, since I didn't get it last time, just to have it. How many boxes do I have? Not enough. Not enough boxes. Alright, well, I might as well get started on it. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, I got a lot of ego. I mean, you can watch the stream back from the start, and I got, for some reason, I got like 1,000,000 ego. I got Fell Bullet. I got Telepole. I got something else. I got Magic Bullet, obviously.
I don't even know what else. I got, like, a stupid amount of ego for no reason. Oh yeah, I got both of the Christmas ones. Which was a little silly. I mean, it was a good gambling run, honestly. I got a lot of new stuff. Manager Dawn is good for this event. Oh yeah, Pierce skills, of course. Pierce skills. I haven't leveled her. Do I have enough? I don't want to use her though. I don't want to use her. Magic Bullet O's isn't great for this because she's in Pierce focused. Okay, I'll try one more time on the hard mode. Or easy, I guess, maybe. Yeah, I'll do easy just to get it over with. Okay. I mean, Faust was killing things, but probably not as efficiently as she could have. Yeah, I don't have Ebony's stem, though. I do not have Ebony's stem.
와, 기대되네요.
우와.
와.
아, 이번 의뢰는 몇 발이나 들고 가야 하냐?
Let's see here.
관리인가.
준비되었습니다.
I mean, I feel like this team works.
일인가요?
Maybe Sinclair, maybe the Sinclair would also be good, perhaps. Probably not that good though. You kind of want the AoE
준비되었습니다.
a little bit.
죽음 충동 억제. 관념 봉인.
But I have a pretty good idea.
교단 놈들이 곧
Blind
몰려들
obsession.
거야.
That makes sense.
정신머리 똑바로 차리고 무기부터 확인해.
I probably want to save that for the hard mode, actually. Actually, I'll get it back in 2 hours in case.
의뢰는 여기서 중단. 모두 퇴각.
I'll get it back in 2
죽음
hours.
충동 억제. 관념 봉인.
Yeah, I mean, wave fights aren't exactly difficult.
교단 놈들이
I'm a
곧
little
몰려들
sad that they have
거야.
smoke,
정신머리
but like
똑바로 차리고 무기부터 확인해.
they won't get any chance to use smoke whatsoever because they suck. And what are you? What
어떤
is?
일이세요, 단테님?
Yes, base Honglu. Let's go. This is what.
어떤 일이세요, 단테님?
Oh my god. I always forget to equip support IDs.
지휘팀 제압 실패.
Oh hell yeah, base Honglu. He's about to kick ass.
제압을 준비합니다.
Base Honglu sweep.
교단 놈들이 곧 몰려들 거야. 정신머리 똑바로 차리고 무기부터 확인해.
Honestly, Superbia first turn might not be that good of a strategy actually.
쉬시게.
Well, they've got some evades on him.
사선이 비었어요.
시야 확보. 쏜다.
Got some big evades on them. They're dead. The problem is that Otis is so slow
소준 중입니다.
다른
compared
작업이
to.
필요합니다.
Actually, she's not. Why is
긴장하셨나요?
she rolling so low on speed?
궤도에 잡담이 끼어드는 것은 좋지 않소.
That's silly. Don't do anything yet. I'm gonna get lunch.
Have a good lunch. Fluid sack already? Don't mind if I do.
이러면 쏠 수 있죠?
완벽한 한 발을
그 삶의 마침표를.
Unless they die. Yeah, okay.
이 전투는
I finally
승리.
caved and got fluid sack just because, you know, it's really good.
일발 장전 안심해라. 고통은 없어.
아이, 끝도 없이 몰려드네. 대가리
Was
이상한
was
톱니바퀴가
was Dawn of Green, was that was that a focused encounter? I feel like I remember that being a focused encounter. Maybe I'm misremembering. It was focused? Yeah, because I remember it being a little bit harder because, you know, you actually had to think about what you're attacking. So it might have been...
완벽한 한 발을
깔끔한 헤드샷.
You had to think like a little bit about what you were attacking at least. Wow, that rolls high. That is silly.
점만 노린다. 깔끔한 헤드샷. 머리통에
Yeah, I'm pretty
적살났다고.
sure it was focused.
내 탄환이 향하는 곳은 언제나 같다. 필연적으로 조금의 우연도 없이.
Go for sun shower in case they don't die.
완벽한 한 발을 위해.
깔끔한
Yeah.
헤드샷. 머리통에 적살났다고.
Pretty much figured that would kill.
도망쳐.
Oh, he can actually get on crit kill pretty easily now.
허전한 탄환이 어디에서든 네 머리통을 화려하게 터뜨릴 테니.
Oh my god, he got on crit kill. I can't believe it. Oh my god, he actually rolled higher than me. Smoke!
격발.
Wow.
고통은 없어.
이 스며들 듯한 비. 우산이
Okay, they are
슬쩍
regular encounters. Okay. They were regular encounters, got it. Why? Strange.
저 녀석이 마지막인 것 같은데 심상치 않은 분위기야. 조심해가면서 싸워.
He can actually regain ammo, that's insane. Sun shower again. Because, yeah.
나아가줄게.
All out of magic bullet. I'm gonna be honest, I've actually never seen Magic Bullet Otis do the 7
도망쳐봤자 헛수고다. 허전한
do the 7 bullet animation on the skill tree.
머리통을 화려하게 터뜨릴 테니.
I've genuinely never seen it happen.
그 삶의 마침표를. 그 삶의 마침표를.
일발 장전.
이러면 잡을
공로 지원한다.
But wow, Honglu leeway is really brain off.
이 스며들 듯한 비.
that's a brain off character. You do not have to think. That is insane.
공로 지원한다.
Yeah, I've never seen her do it in a normal encounter because they just end too quickly. Plus, you stop gaining magic bullet from skill
그
2.
정도 화력으로 우리 사무소를 막을
So
수
it's
있을
like
줄 알았냐?
they actively stop you from
저놈들
getting there.
무기까지 주어서 철수하자고.
Okay, well that team seemed to work. They also fueled like all the ego perfectly. So let's do hard mode and then never touch this event again because that's how they are. Which is, you know, a little bit stupid.
흥미로운 일이 벌어지면 좋겠어요.
Like, wow, I finished this event within an hour. Awesome.
놈들이 곧 몰려들 거야.
We've been waiting 4
정신
months
머리
for this
똑바로
and it's
차리고
over.
무기부터 확인해.
It's just a little silly.
지휘팀 제압 실패.
Yeah. Wait, he actually has a restriction on how many times he can reload? That's at least something. That's at least something, I guess. I mean, he doesn't really need the bullets as far as I can tell, though.
억제, 관념 봉인. 교단놈들이 곧 몰려들 거야. 정신 머리
Both of them can
똑바로
only
차리고
reload one spring
무기부터
counter.
확인해.
I see. Yeah.
숨 참고
I assume
있을
you
때
can
말
only
걸지
return
마라.
once. Yeah, okay. Yeah, 19 rolling S3. You know, I thought since they had a clash lose conditional, they would roll slightly lower, but no. Why even have a clash lose conditional if you're rolling like this? That's like insane.
탈출 개체 확인.
그 삶에 마침표를 편히 쉬시게.
I mean, Heathcliff just leaves
길을 히스칼pa.
after a while, but honestly, if you just
불발장전.
if you just use his single coins and keep evading, he kind of just sticks around for the entire battle anyway. Like if you just use the single coins and not the S1, if you just treat it as his S1 as an evade, then he basically never runs out of bullets. So it doesn't matter.
타겟 포착 1시 방향.
탈출 개체가 점유되었습니다.
시야 확보.
그 삶에
Yeah,
마침표를.
I get what the idea is with Heathcliff rolling really high, and I appreciate it. I get what the idea is, because, you know, he's gonna leave pretty quickly, so he gets to have really high rolling skills. Like, this rolls kind of stupid high for an S1. This rolls 14, just like, without anything. It just rolls 14, which is really high for a 3-coin skill 1. I think Ring Yi Sang does that, but with conditionals. He just gets to do it because, you know, he's gonna leave anyway after doing it. But you kind of just don't want to use the S1. It's not worth it. He's a single coin beast. Which, you know, I have wanted them to make like a single coin focused ID for a while. And it feels like this is kind of it.
숨 참고 있을 때 말 걸지 마라.
This is single coin. This shows that single coin IDs can work.
탈출 개체
And
확인.
I appreciate that.
그 삶에 마침표를.
깔끔한 헤드샷.
히스칼pa. 지금
공로 지원한다.
히스칼pa. 지금
시야 확보. 쏜다.
everyone's pretty much topped up already. Maybe do one reload. No, you don't have reload yet. Sun shower.
나아가주게.
Ringsang S2 traumatized them. Most likely. Yeah, they Rusty Coin. I feel like they kind of felt like they balanced it here with the ammo, but with how short most fights are, except for boss fights, it's not really a nerf. Or it's not really a limiter or a balancer at all. They will die. They will die before he runs out of bullets. Easily.
끝도 없이 몰려드네.
I mean, base Ishmael is a joke. And G-Corp Otis is just strange. You have enough magic bullet to get a little bit silly with it now.
타겟 포착. 1시 방향.
Keep reloading. I mean, Fell Bullet is really good for this heat clip specifically because he can actually reload.
이 머리통을 화려하게 터뜨릴 테니.
He can just, like, mostly keep reloading. Especially against enemies like these.
여기까지 쏜 이상 돌아갈 수 없는 거다. 방아쇠를 당겨 도착할 것이.
But most single coin IDs are not good. But this is good, so they can do it.
머리통에 작살났다고.
For Walpurgisnacht, they can do it at least. This
시속하게 용건을.
Okay, she doesn't gain magic bullet on the first one. Or if she has more than this one. I really don't want to waste that on that guy, but who cares? It's fine. We're gonna need some AoEs in here, though. I'm gonna need to see another sun shower. Perhaps some fluid sac, just for fun. Yeah.
완벽한 한 발을 위해.
Atelier
한
logic.
점만 노린다. 깔끔한
Yeah,
헤드샷.
the music is fine.
머리통에 작살났다고.
Nothing incredibly special, but I like it. Oh, come on. Well, you're gonna kill all of those anyways, it's fine. Sun shower.
편히 쉬시게. 잠든 그대를 기릴 테니.
Hong Lu's. Or, Yisang is struggling with SP right now. Wow, I'm not even close to being done. But I think I've been getting each phase. You're gonna heal before anything happens. It's fine.
완벽한 한 발을 위해.
Nope, not.
너무 춥고
Funny. I was hoping we could hear one of the floor themes. Yeah, I mean we'll get to fight in the library eventually.
공로 지원한다.
We're gonna have the Black Silence Walpurgisnacht, and we're gonna have to fight Roland.
이러면 쏠 수 있죠?
시야 확보. 쏜다.
Okay, well I fucked up. Funny. I'm just gonna let this go.
한 시간에 너무 춥고
Gone Angels 2.
빗방울은 차차 불검한 가구려.
신기하구나. 이것으로 끝이 아닐 테지.
Very good then.
빗방울은 차차
That can happen when you're not really paying attention.
야쁜 건 저였나 보군요.
먼저 빠진다.
Goodbye, Heathcliff. Yes. Keep going.
나아가주게.
You can solo this, I believe.
그대 또한 잠들게.
I believe in the dream. He's gonna get smoked. Believe in the dream.
나아가주게. 편히 쉬시게.
Goodbye now, I sorrow in you. I feel like most Walpurgisnacht identities are just stupidly powerful. Smoke.
작은 나비의 날개라 해도
Man, I'm dead.
이곳을
Victory!
벗어날 수 있었을지.
Yay. Hello, Argalia.
한 자루는 죽었던 한 자에 대한 축하를, 한 자루는
Did I get something at
목숨이
least?
묶여 살아갈
Smile.
자에 대한 엄숙한 애도를.
Yeah, all of them are broken except Ambiotis.
Some-
Ambiotis is,
이상
you know, Burn doesn't get anything good ever. Okay, we're just gonna use these tickets for some single pulls, and then I'm gonna end the stream. Maybe we'll get something funny. It's a pretty short stream, but it was also a pretty short event, so you know, it's how it goes. I'm just glad I got the ego, because I was not looking forward to waiting for that until the next Walpurgisnacht. Yeah, she's better now with ego. Ego you can only get during Walpurgisnacht. And you know, they're not gonna. I just hope Honglu's Kanto at least has some burn. Please, for the love of God, just bring in some Liwa association from the east or something. Burn needs anything. They do not want to give Burn anything. Yeah, I'm expecting Honglu's Kanto to be like Burn and Sinking, pretty much. That feels like what it's gonna be. Burn and Sinking, and then probably whatever. I mean, it doesn't really feel like Kanto 7 has had a clear theme. It's been Rupture and Bleed, but it also feels like they've just thrown in some other stuff now and then as well. They've been going hard on Tremor still. Why were these two Tremor? Why are these Tremor? I was so excited about Christmas Nightmare because the design is awesome. The designs are awesome, but then they were Tremor and I stopped caring immediately. I stopped giving a single shit because they were Tremor. Remember when syncing needed a rhyme shank to function? Yeah, not anymore. Like, why are they tremor? What about these ego say tremor? I would have been happy if they were like random status inflictment, like the other Christmas ego even. Just anything other than tremor, please. Tremor is probably the most ego-reliant status. Yeah. Yeah, kind of. I mean, it works well enough with your Divi Honglu. But you do kind of want Cavernous Wailing. It's true. You do kind of just want Cavernous Wailing for the most part. I do have enough to get Cavernous Wailing now, actually. I've been saving for that for a little bit.
슬픔에 흔들린 마음은
Greg's Nightmare is decent for power down. Yes. Do you know what other Greg Ego is good, though? AEDD and Solemn Lament. I don't think I would use this for the power down. Especially not on that conditional. I think I would rather just use Solemn Lament or AEDD. Like, this doesn't even do anything for Gregor, but it's kind of just stronger. It's just a better ego for being a big single coin rather than too small. Okay, I can see it. Okay. I can see using Christmas Nightmare over AEDD, but Solemn Lament just came out. And if you have Solemn Lament, why would you use any other ego for Gregor on the he spot? Or on, yeah. Why would you use any other ego if you get Solemn Lament in? And yes, it's Walpurgis. But still, they just released a he ego for Gregor. I don't understand their logic with doing Christmas Nightmare. I'm just not a fan. I think I'm talking like this because I'm not a fan. And Ishmael's is just a joke. Like, yes, competing with Ardor Blossom and Wingbeat. Wingbeat isn't great, but it's a very funny ego. But competing with Ardor Blossom, yeah, you're not really winning that. I don't know. At least I have this now. Now I can do Tremor properly. Tremor. You've used it against Sancho. Yeah, I feel like it would have been funny if the Christmas Nightmare ones were WoW. Especially for Gregor, because he needs a better WoW eco. The Garden of Thorns is not very good. It's not very good. But I mean, most sinners have WoW ego now. But it's also like, I don't feel like the power levels of ego ever really matter. Like, it's really just the slot that it takes up, because getting a WoW ego is really not that different from getting a Teth ego sometimes. It's kind of silly.
there are certain ego that are just better than WoB ego. Which is funny, in my opinion. WoWs were more general ego. You mean like they don't really adhere to a specific status effect, and where you can just use them? I feel like that's kind of already the case though, isn't it? I mean, Sun Shower is nothing. It's just... Sun Shower is just a move that is strong, and it gives Sloth power up and Sloth damage up and protection. It doesn't really have anything. I mean, whatever Garden of Thorns is not fixed on anything. Blind Obsession, yes. Yes, Murkola is bleed, and it's bleed focused, and I hate Murkola. It's so lame. It's such a lame ego. The animations are great, but it's so boring. But like, yeah, Heathcliff's is Tremor, but not really. It has Tremor Burst and 4 Tremor. It's not really Tremor focused. Like, it's not really Tremor focused. Otis's is, for sure. Otis's is definitely Tremor focused, but Heathcliff, not really. And obviously, obviously Sanguine Desire is bleed. Which makes sense, they couldn't really have made Sanguine Desire anything else. The first Aleph ego is a charge ego. It's going to be Tremor. If it's Tremor, I would, yeah. They would have to be messing with us. It's kind of funny that the majority of the WoB ego are actually bleed focused. We have 4 WoB ego and all of them are kind of focused on bleed. That's a little silly. Now that I think about it. I don't even... It's still like, I don't even know what they would do for the first Aleph ego, because it has to be strong. Like, there's no way they give us an Aleph ego and it's like, kind of mid. Because that would just not be... That would just not be good at all, if that happened. Queenie? Yeah, our first Aleph ego is Queen of Hatred. That makes sense. Yeah, the Aleph has to be broken. Or like, very powerful. It's the same thing with the first Aleph abnormality. If they give us an Aleph abnormality, it has to be a big deal. Like, they can't just have it be like hurting Teddy Bear where it's a random fight and it's an Aleph. Or at the end of a railway. An Aleph has to be a part of the story because it just wouldn't make sense otherwise. It has to be like the thing that is happening at that moment. Aleph is probably the point we will be getting healing ego as good as Fluid Sac. The thing is, there's not really... You can't really get better than Fluid Sac or as good as Fluid Sac because Fluid Sac is kind of already the peak. The only thing you could do is just make Fluid Sac again. With higher coin power, maybe, and more attack weight. Because there's no way they would give Heal All Allies for anything higher than 15% of 8 max HP ever again.
Like I can agree that this line will probably return on an ego at some point. But it's never going to be higher than 15%. Fully heals HP and SP, but only once. Then it still wouldn't be better than Fluid Sac, because you could just keep using Fluid Sac and basically get the same effect. I don't think a one-time use full heal ego would be better than Fluid Sac. I'm sure you've all seen the Esku video. Fluid Sac is stupid. it's a stupid ego, and they're not going to top it, and because they don't want to either. If they make another Fluid Sac, they're stupid. Yeah, mainly as good as Fluid on other Sinners is my wish, yeah. I agree with that. It would be nice to have decent healing or ego on, or like healing ego as good as Fluid Sac on other Sinners, but I feel like they're not doing that intentionally. Because the only downside to Fluid Sac is that you have to use Faust, and you don't always want to use Faust on every team. But also this game is easy enough to where team building still doesn't really matter at all. Even in fights like Don Quixote. Team building doesn't matter if you just have strong IDs. And if you just put Fluid Sac on that team, it's going to be strong. But if eventually team comp actually becomes important in story and outside of Railway, then Fluid Sac might get a little worse because you can't always have Faust on the team, but that's like the only thing that makes it worse. Yeah, egos in general matter less if your IDs are good. Yeah, but now that they have unbreakable coins, healing ego is kind of going to be a requirement. I don't see how you get through Canto 7 without having some kind of healing ego. I'm sure some people have done it, but like for a casual player, I don't know. One-time use full heal would be a Durante function. Yeah, I can see that being on like whenever we get Netsac's ability, or maybe even his head. Seems plausible to me. Oh yeah, I did get both the announcers too. Where are they? I got Netsac and Full Stop Office. Hello, Netsac.
알죠? 넷저예요. 안전하지 않은 안전팀에 살 필요하죠.
But the only announcer I use is Gregor, so announcers don't matter to me. I just need Gregor's sweet whispers in my ear while I play Mirror Dungeons. That's all I need. But yeah, fun discussions, fun Walpurgisnacht. Nothing too amazing. It was nice to see Argalia, but the story was whatever, like it usually is. At least we got a little bit more info on how Walpurgisnacht works and what it might imply for us later on. But not Not anything amazing, but I don't expect anything amazing from those cutscenes. I only really care about the Lobotomy Corporation cutscenes, because I like Lobotomy Corporation. I feel like that's more interesting when we get Lobotomy Corporation lore. Or when the sinners get to find out more about Lobotomy Corporation. So I'm looking forward to the next Walpurgisnacht in April, whenever that is. I went to see Hakma so bad. Well, Hakma is hanging out in the outskirts, playing bingo with Binna and the others. That's what he's doing. Alright. I think I'll call it there, though. Thanks for hanging out and watching until now. It was a good stream. I'll be seeing you guys eventually, whenever I decide that I want to record Library of Ruina again, which is probably not going to happen anytime soon. God, I just, anytime I think about recording the Nuzlocke again, I just get, I just don't want to. But that's for another time. You will see me again, eventually, either on a random Limbus stream or on the next Library of Ruina video. But until then, have a good time, and I'll see you around.